Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Our Earth is a remarkable place. It's a giant ball of rock and water, spinning in space. Can you imagine it? Earth formed billions of years ago. It was a hot and violent time. Volcanoes erupted, spewing lava and ash. The air was thick with gas. It was nothing like the Earth we know today. Gradually, things began to change. The Earth cooled down, water vapor condensed and fell as rain. Oceans formed, vast and deep. The stage was set for life to begin. But how did it all start? Imagine you found a time machine. Wouldn't it be amazing to travel back to the beginning of Earth? We can't do that, of course. But we have other ways to look into the past. Scientists study rocks and fossils. These are clues to Earth's history. Fossils are the remains of ancient plants and animals. They tell us what life was like millions of years ago. By piecing together these clues, we can create a timeline of life on Earth. It's a story full of wonder, excitement, and even a little bit of mystery. The first life on Earth was very simple. Tiny, microscopic organisms appeared in the oceans. These weren't animals or plants as we know them. They were single-celled creatures like bacteria. But they were alive. They could grow and reproduce. These early life forms changed the planet in a big way. They released oxygen into the atmosphere. This paved the way for more complex life to evolve. Life on Earth was beginning to thrive. It was the start of an incredible journey. For millions of years, life existed only in the oceans. The land was bare and lifeless. But beneath the waves, a hidden world was teeming with activity. The first life forms were simple, single-celled organisms. They were followed by algae, which used sunlight to make food, just like plants do today. These early organisms were incredibly important. They released oxygen into the water and eventually into the atmosphere. This paved the way for more complex life to evolve. Over time, new and more complex creatures began to appear. Some were soft-bodied, like jellyfish. Others developed hard shells for protection. The oceans were becoming a vibrant tapestry of life. It was a time of great experimentation. Life was evolving in many different directions. Some creatures were very small, while others grew to enormous sizes. There were giant sea scorpions, some as long as a car. Imagine seeing that while swimming in the ocean. These early creatures may seem strange to us, but they were an important part of Earth's history. They were the ancestors of all the animals that came after them, including us. The first animals. About 540 million years ago, something amazing happened. Life on Earth experienced a burst of evolution known as the Cambrian explosion. New and strange creatures appeared in the oceans. Many of these animals had hard shells, skeletons, and other body parts that could fossilize. This is why we find so many fossils from this period. One of the most famous Cambrian creatures was the trilobite. Trilobites were arthropods, like crabs and insects. They had hard exoskeletons and segmented bodies. Trilobites were very successful and lived in the oceans for millions of years. Another fascinating Cambrian animal was Opabinia. Try to imagine this. Opabinia had 5 eyes and a long, flexible snout like a vacuum cleaner hose. It used this snout to search for food on the ocean floor. The Cambrian explosion was a time of incredible diversity and innovation. It's amazing to think that many of the animal groups we see today, like arthropods, mollusks, and even vertebrates, first appeared during this time. Strange and wonderful creatures. As life continued to evolve, new and fascinating creatures emerged. One group, the ammonites, resembled squid with coiled shells. They thrived in the ancient seas, some growing to enormous sizes. Imagine a giant ammonite, its shell as big as a car tire, gracefully gliding through the water. Another group, the crinoids, looked like flowers, but were actually animals. They anchored themselves to the seafloor and used feathery arms to filter food from the water. Life wasn't limited to the oceans. Plants began to colonize the land, creating the first forests. Insects, the first creatures to evolve wings, took to the skies. The land was no longer a barren expanse but was slowly transforming into a vibrant ecosystem. This period, with its strange and wonderful creatures, set the stage for the next chapter in Earth's history, the age of dinosaurs. A burst of life. Imagine diving into the ocean 540 million years ago. Instead of familiar fish and coral reefs, you'd see something astonishing. Strange and wonderful creatures fill the water. This was the Cambrian explosion, a time when life on Earth went through an incredible growth spurt. Before this, most life was simple, single-celled organisms or soft-bodied creatures. Then, in a blink of geological time, the oceans teemed with a dazzling array of complex life. The Cambrian explosion gets its name from the Cambrian period, a time period that began about 541 million years ago. During this time, we see the first appearance in the fossil record of most of the major animal groups we know today. Imagine a world suddenly bursting with creatures with shells, skeletons, eyes, and even teeth. This wasn't just an increase in the number of species. It was a dramatic leap in complexity and diversity. The Cambrian explosion was like Earth's own fireworks show of life. Explosion of diversity. One of the most iconic creatures of the Cambrian period was the trilobite. These ancient arthropods, distantly related to today's crabs and insects, scuttled across the seafloor on jointed legs. Their bodies were divided into 3 sections, hence their name trilobite. Trilobites came in all shapes and sizes, some with spines, bumps, and even horns on their hard shells. They were incredibly successful and survived for nearly 300 million years. But the Cambrian explosion wasn't just about trilobites. This era saw the emergence of early ancestors to many animal groups we know today. There were the first chordates, animals with a primitive backbone, which eventually led to the evolution of fish, amphibians, reptiles, and even us. Imagine swimming alongside the ancestors of sharks and whales, their streamlined bodies gliding through the water. The Cambrian explosion was a time of incredible experimentation and innovation in the history of life. The survivors. The Cambrian explosion wasn't all plain sailing for these new life forms. There were winners and losers in this grand evolutionary experiment. Some species thrived, while others disappeared just as quickly as they had appeared. This period saw a number of extinction events, periods where a significant portion of life on Earth died out. While the exact causes of these extinctions are still debated, they highlight the challenges life faced even as it flourished. Changes in climate, ocean currents, and competition for resources all played a part in shaping the course of evolution. The Cambrian explosion reminds us that life on Earth is a delicate balance, a constant dance between adaptation and extinction. Yet from these early beginnings, life found a way to persist, diversify, and eventually conquer the land. Setting the stage. Imagine a world before flowers, before birdsong, before the mighty roar of a lion. This was the world the dinosaurs inherited. After the Cambrian explosion, life evolved, but not smoothly. The Permian-Triassic extinction wiped out most species. This marked the end of the Paleozoic and the start of the Mesozoic era. The world was very different after this extinction. Pangaea, a vast landmass, dominated the globe. The climate was hot and dry. New life evolved and diversified. Small, lizard-like reptiles survived. These reptiles would rule for over 180 million years. The first dinosaurs emerged in the Triassic period, around 230 million years ago. They were relatively small and agile creatures, walking on 2 legs, unlike their sprawling reptile cousins. These early dinosaurs were probably fast runners and skilled hunters, preying on insects and smaller reptiles. One of the earliest known dinosaurs is Eoraptor, a small bipedal dinosaur discovered in Argentina. Eoraptor was about the size of a dog and likely had a varied diet, including both plants and animals. Another important early dinosaur was Herrerasaurus, a larger predator with powerful legs and sharp teeth. Herrerasaurus was one of the largest land animals of its time, reaching up to 6 meters in length. It was an agile hunter, able to chase down and kill prey with its sharp claws and teeth. these early dinosaurs were just the beginning of a remarkable dynasty. As the Triassic period progressed, dinosaurs began to diversify, evolving a variety of body shapes, sizes, and lifestyles. The Jurassic period, which followed the Triassic, saw the rise of the giants. Dinosaurs truly came into their own during this time, evolving into a spectacular array of shapes and sizes. Giant sauropods, like Brachiosaurus and Diplodocus, roamed the earth, their long necks reaching high into the treetops to graze on leaves. These herbivores were the largest land animals to have ever lived, some reaching lengths of over 100 feet and weighing as much as several elephants. But the Jurassic wasn't just about gentle giants. This period also saw the emergence of fearsome predators like Allosaurus, a large bipedal carnivore with powerful jaws and sharp claws. Allosaurus was a formidable hunter, capable of taking down large prey, including even the mighty sauropods. The Jurassic period was a time of intense evolutionary innovation, a testament to the incredible diversity and adaptability of dinosaurs. The reign of the dinosaurs continued into the Cretaceous period, the last and longest period of the Mesozoic era. During this time, dinosaurs reached their peak of diversity, evolving into a dazzling array of forms, from the heavily armored Ankylosaurus to the frilled and horned Triceratops. The skies were filled with pterosaurs, flying reptiles that soared on leathery wings, while the oceans teemed with ichthyosaurs and plesiosaurs, marine reptiles that patrolled the depths. The Cretaceous world was a symphony of life, a testament to the power of evolution to shape and reshape the biosphere. Dinosaurs had conquered every corner of the planet, from the depths of the oceans to the heights of the skies. Their reign seemed unchallengeable, their dominance absolute. But as we know, even the mightiest empires can crumble. A cataclysmic event loomed on the horizon, one that would forever alter the course of life on Earth and bring an end to the age of dinosaurs. The Cretaceous period, the reign of the dinosaurs, seemed like it would last forever. Giant herbivores like Triceratops munched on ferns. Fearsome Tyrannosaurus rex ruled as apex predator. Pterosaurs soared in the skies. But then, disaster struck. Around 66 million years ago, an enormous asteroid, estimated to be about 6 miles wide, slammed into Earth near the Yucatan Peninsula in present-day Mexico. The impact released energy equivalent to billions of atomic bombs, gouging a massive crater and triggering catastrophic events across the globe. Imagine the scene. The sky, once filled with the calls of pterosaurs, was now ablaze with fiery debris ejected by the impact. Earthquakes of unimaginable magnitude ripped across the planet, triggering volcanic eruptions that spewed molten rock and toxic gases into the atmosphere. Tsunamis, towering waves taller than skyscrapers, ravaged coastlines, wiping out entire ecosystems. The impact itself was only the beginning of the devastation. The aftermath was a chain reaction of cataclysmic events that would forever alter the course of life on Earth. The impact of the asteroid threw billions of tons of dust and debris into the atmosphere, shrouding the planet in darkness. The sun's life-giving rays were blocked, causing temperatures to plummet. Plants, the foundation of the food chain, withered and died. Herbivorous dinosaurs, starved of their food source, perished. Carnivorous dinosaurs, their prey vanished, soon followed suit. The once vibrant ecosystems of the Cretaceous were collapsing. The darkness and cold were only part of the problem. The impact also released massive amounts of sulfur into the atmosphere. This sulfur combined with water vapor to form sulfuric acid, which then rained down on the planet in the form of acid rain. This acid rain poisoned the water and soil, further devastating plant and animal life. The world was transformed into a hostile, toxic wasteland. The reign of the dinosaurs, which had lasted for over 180 million years, was over. The Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction event ended the dinosaurs' reign, marking the start of the Cenozoic era. Small mammals, birds, insects, and aquatic animals survived and thrived. These survivors diversified, leading to the rise of mammals, including Homo sapiens. The legacy of the dinosaurs lives on in Earth's diverse life forms. Our journey through time has taken us from the fiery birth of Earth to the emergence of life in the primordial oceans. We've witnessed the incredible explosion of diversity during the Cambrian period, where creatures like the trilobites first swam in ancient seas. Imagine the vastness of geologic time, where millions of years pass like seasons, and the continents themselves drift across the globe. The Earth, once a barren landscape, transformed into a vibrant tapestry of life with creatures both familiar and strange. We've marveled at the reign of the dinosaurs, those magnificent creatures who ruled the Earth for over 180 million years. We've seen the colossal sauropods grazing on treetops, the fearsome predators like Tyrannosaurus rex stalking their prey, and the graceful pterosaurs soaring through prehistoric skies. But we've also learned that even the mightiest empires can fall. The dinosaurs, despite their dominance, were not invincible. Their extinction, a stark reminder of the power of nature, paved the way for new forms of life to flourish, ultimately leading to our own species. It's a story of resilience, adaptation, and the ever-changing nature of life on our planet. Our journey through time has taken us from the fiery birth of Earth to the emergence of life in the primordial oceans, where creatures like the trilobites first swam in ancient seas, where millions of years pass like seasons, and the continents themselves drift across the globe. The Earth, once a barren landscape, transformed into a vibrant tapestry of life with creatures both familiar and strange. We've marveled at the reign of the dinosaurs, those magnificent creatures who ruled the Earth for over 180 million years. We've seen the colossal sauropods grazing on treetops, the fearsome predators like Tyrannosaurus rex stalking their prey, and the graceful pterosaurs soaring through prehistoric skies. But we've also learned that even the mightiest empires can fall. The dinosaurs, despite their dominance, were not invincible. Their extinction, a stark reminder of the power of nature, paved the way for new forms of life to flourish, ultimately leading to our own species. It's a story of resilience, adaptation, and the ever-changing nature of life on our planet. As we stand on the precipice of the future, we carry with us the lessons etched in stone, the whispers of ancient life forms reminding us of our place in the grand scheme of things. The history of life on Earth is a testament to the power of adaptation and the interconnectedness of all living things. From the smallest microbe to the largest dinosaur, every organism has played a role in shaping the world we know today. The story of life on Earth is not just a tale of the past, it's a story that continues to unfold with each passing moment. As we face the challenges of a changing world, let us remember the lessons etched in stone. Let us strive to live in harmony with nature, to protect the diversity of life that surrounds us, and to ensure that our planet remains a vibrant and thriving home for generations to come. For in the end, we are all part of this grand evolutionary journey, a journey that began billions of years ago and continues to this very day. Thanks for watching. See you in the next Little Bee video. Bye!